Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. The peaceful facade of a small Midwestern community has been shattered by a chilling series of events. 3 deaths in just 10 days, all seemingly connected by circumstance, timing, or perhaps something darker. As investigators rush to connect the dots, the latest death has been officially ruled a suicide, but many residents, and even some law enforcement insiders, aren't convinced it's that simple. The town of Maple Hollow, known for its tree-lined streets, annual harvest festivals, and tight-knit charm, has now become the center of a mystery that's drawn national attention. What began as a single tragedy has spiraled into a grim pattern that's left everyone asking the same question: are these suicides, or something more sinister? The first body, a tragic beginning. It started on October 14, when 32-year-old Amanda Keller, a beloved schoolteacher at Maple Hollow Elementary, was found dead in her home. According to the coroner's report, the cause of death was an apparent overdose. Prescription medication bottles were found near her bedside, and there were no signs of forced entry. Amanda had been struggling with anxiety, friends admitted, but they described her as someone full of life, who adored her students and recently talked about planning a winter vacation. She wasn't the type to give up, said longtime friend and fellow teacher, Rachel Stevens. She was looking forward to the holidays, she had plans. Police initially considered the case open and shut. But then came the second death. The second body, a friend lost. Only 4 days later, on October 18, Ethan Marsh, 29, was found dead near the old quarry just outside town. Ethan had been a friend of Amanda's, reportedly one of the last people to see her alive. His body was discovered early in the morning by 2 joggers. At first, authorities believed it to be an accident, a fall from the quarry's rocky edge. But toxicology reports revealed high levels of alcohol and a tranquilizer in his system, leading officials to tentatively rule the death a suicide. Locals, however, immediately began to question the official story. Ethan wasn't suicidal, said Megan Riley, who had dated him briefly. He was upset about Amanda, sure. But he was trying to raise awareness about mental health after her death. He was planning a candlelight vigil. Some believe Ethan may have discovered something, a secret Amanda had confided, or a clue about her final hours. Within days, theories were spreading across social media: had Ethan been silenced? The third body, the breaking point. Then, on October 24, just 10 days after Amanda's death, came the third tragedy. Deputy Ryan Carter, 41, one of the lead investigators on both cases, was found dead in his patrol car behind the Maple Hollow police station. According to preliminary findings, his death was self-inflicted. A service weapon was found at the scene, and a note was discovered in his vehicle. The note's contents have not been made public, but sources close to the department claim it was brief and remorseful, hinting at guilt or emotional distress. Sheriff Linda Brewer confirmed at a press conference, Deputy Carter's death has been ruled a suicide. There is currently no evidence of foul play in any of the 3 cases. But many residents refuse to believe it's that simple. A community in fear. 3 deaths, 10 days, all linked, by proximity, by tragedy, and perhaps by something deeper. The community is now on edge. Parents are keeping children home from school, and social media pages have been flooded with theories, from small-town cover-ups to whispers of a connected criminal element. I don't buy it, said Mark Daniels, a retired firefighter who's lived in Maple Hollow for 40 years. 3 people don't just die like that in 10 days, not here. Somebody knows something. Others blame the pressure on the small police department, suggesting they're overwhelmed and rushing conclusions. We've seen this before. The minute the word suicide appears in a report, the case goes cold, said local journalist Tanya Ruiz, who's been covering the story. But there are too many coincidences here. Theories begin to emerge. Among the most discussed theories circulating both online and offline. 1. The cover-up theory. Some claim Amanda may have uncovered something incriminating at her school or in town, and Ethan, who knew her closely, might have known too much. Deputy Carter, the investigator, could have been silenced before revealing new evidence. 2. The chain reaction theory. Others believe it could be a tragic domino effect. Amanda's suicide inspired Ethan's despair, which in turn led to Deputy Carter's emotional breakdown. 3. The psychological contagion theory. Mental health experts have warned about suicide contagion, where exposure to suicide can increase suicidal behavior among those connected. It's a real phenomenon, said Dr. Elaine Morris, a psychologist specializing in trauma. When a community loses someone, especially in a small town, the ripple effect can be devastating. Still, even drive. Morris admits something feels off. 3 in 10 days is statistically rare. Either there's more going on emotionally than we can see, or there are details not being shared. Police plead for calm. Sheriff Brewer, visibly emotional at the latest press conference, pleaded for calm and patience. "I understand the fear," she said. "These are not strangers, they were people we knew, people we loved. But spreading misinformation only hurts ongoing investigations. I promise we will follow every lead, and we are cooperating with state investigators." Despite her assurances, leaked reports have added fuel to the fire. One anonymous source within the department told Maple Hollow Gazette that Deputy Carter had expressed doubts about Amanda's death just days before his own. "He said something wasn't right," the source claimed. "He was close to something big." That statement, now circulating widely online, has only deepened suspicions that these deaths might be connected, and that someone doesn't want the truth to come out. The town grieves and waits. Vigils have been held for all 3 victims. Hundreds gathered at Maple Hollow Park last weekend, lighting candles and sharing memories. Amanda's students wrote letters that were placed at the steps of her classroom. Ethan's bandmates performed his favorite song at his memorial, tears streaming down their faces. Deputy Carter's colleagues stood in silence, badges draped in black. "Whatever the truth is," said Pastor James Hall, who led the vigil, "we can't let fear or anger consume this town. We must seek truth, but also heal." Still, for many, peace feels far away. A larger investigation. As public pressure mounts, sources confirm that state authorities have now joined the investigation. The State Bureau of Investigation (SBI) has begun reviewing the evidence, and outside forensic experts have been brought in to re-examine toxicology reports and digital records. Meanwhile, journalists have begun digging into Amanda's final weeks. Emails, text messages, and phone records are being scrutinized for any signs of distress, or clues that could suggest she was being threatened. A local TV reporter claims to have seen unreleased footage from a security camera near Amanda's neighborhood, showing a car idling outside her home on the night she died. The footage, reportedly grainy, hasn't been publicly released, and police have declined to comment. The questions that remain. As Halloween approaches, Maple Hollow is cloaked not in festive spirit, but in tension. Families lock their doors earlier, and once busy cafes now buzz with whispered speculation instead of laughter. The question haunting the community is no longer just why, but who. Who might have wanted these 3 people gone? Who benefits from the silence? And who's next, if the truth remains buried? The final word for now. For now, the official word remains that all 3 deaths, Amanda Keller, Ethan Marsh, and Deputy Ryan Carter, are suicides. But in the court of public opinion, the verdict is still out. Whether the truth reveals a web of conspiracy, a cascade of grief, or something in between, one thing is clear: Maple Hollow will never be the same again. Until answers come, the town remains trapped in a chilling paradox, mourning 3 souls gone too soon, yet unable to rest until the shadows surrounding their deaths are finally brought to light.